What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to 1010 Outdoors. And got another video for you in the Sportsman's Fab Shop playlist. I've got a competition style grill behind me and want to go over some of the upgrades that I've done to it. The customer wanted a burner inside the cook chamber, so he's actually got a burner inside the fire chamber and has it set up to where he can just kind of keep that flame going on some wood or something like that. He's got a rack inside there. In just a minute we'll get this thing flipped around and I can kind of walk through the grill with you, just kind of show you what I've done. But he wanted a burner inside the chamber, and as you can see, you've got a charcoal grill on this end and you got the firebox on this end, and no real good way to get a burner inside the cook chamber. So just a minute I'll show you how I got that accomplished. But if you can also tell, this is a reverse flow. So we got the smoke box here. There's a reverse plate inside, so the smoke comes from underneath, comes to this end, goes up, and then back across the food, and then out the chimney. So the customer actually wanted me to just cut that whole reverse flow plate out, but then if he ever wanted to use the smoke box again, he would actually lose most of the capabilities of this grill, because it would basically just the heat up in the firebox and come right out and then up the chimney, and then you wouldn't really have an even cooking surface throughout the entire grill. So I've got a couple of little, I had to think outside of the box and come up with something just so I could make this work. So let's get you guys turned around and we'll kind of walk through everything on what I've done to this competition style grill to accommodate the customer's needs. So like I said, firebox on this side. He's got a burner inside here so he can heat up wood and transfer flow into the cooking chamber. Dual rack system, and like I said, there's a reverse flow plate inside here, and I'll get you zoomed in here in just a second. I'll get these racks pulled out of the way so we can really look down inside here and see what I've done. So just bear with me. Alright, so now you can see the reverse flow plate in here, and you can probably see there's a couple little tabs welded in. That's just a track system that I came up with just so this plate would be removable. So he's got a water pan in here, and then you can see this seam right here, so I cut this so it was a little bit more manageable. So we'll take some of this stuff out and you can we'll get down to the burner that's been installed. So in these plates, they just slide out. So you can probably start to see what I've done here. I ended up just cutting a hole in the bottom of the barrel or the tank and put a piece of pipe in there just so I could get the venturi within a good distance for the fire chamber. You can see this is made out of, my burner's made out of 1-inch black iron pipe, and I've cut all the slots in there and then put a grease protector for the burner itself. The customer did want an igniter for this, and that is a I mean, this is kind of, you really need one for this type of setup because it's so hard to get your valve on and then come over here and light it up. So we've got a igniter on this thing. But you can see here, this is the little track system that I came up with. So I just welded a piece of 1.25" flat stock to the bottom side of this diffuser or reverse plate, and a couple of little tabs put in here just to kind of keep it secure and down. At the end of the video, I'll show you where I store, or I have a location to store these plates. So when he's transporting it, or he just knows that he's going to be cooking with the burner, there's a special place, not a real special place, but there's a spot that we can put these things and they'll be out of the way, and we won't have to worry about like losing them or misplacing them. So once we get to the end of the video, you'll see where that's at. Let's go around back real quick and show you what we've added. So this is the original propane tank location. So he wanted an additional tank holder, so basically just matched what I saw here and put it there. Got a strap on it, a little securing piece of angle in the back. So exact replica of what was already existing. If you look down in the bottom, there's the other side of that pipe, and then here's the igniter for the grill starter. But that's my own custom made Venturi down there. Works very, very good. I've already tested it out. The customer really wanted to at least be able to get up to 400 degrees, and that's already been tested. I put a little clip in there of the pre-test just to make sure everything was good. I'll drop that somewhere in here. But that's basically what I've done to this. It is removable for cleaning or anything like that, any kind of maintenance or whatnot. That's the back side of the fire box where he's got the other burner in there. But to show that it's removable real quick, I've just got some 1/4 bolts down on these little brackets, L brackets, that I bent up and welded in. So completely removable, and it works out to just pull this forward and then angle it and it'll come right out. So pretty good design, I think. I had to kind of think outside of the box for this one, figure out how to get a burner in here, and I think it turned out really well. So let's get a tank hooked up to this thing, get a hose on it, and let's fire this thing up and see what we can get out of it. Alright, I've got the tank hooked up. I'm just using the one that was here, and temporarily got the regulator hose set up. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Get some gas flowing. And I think I heard it start. Yep. Alrighty. We'll try to get you guys zoomed in a little bit. So I'm just going to play with the Venturi plate and try to get some of that yellow flame out of there. Oh yeah, that's good there. Alright, so what we're going to do is get this lid closed, and we'll get everything up to temperature, and let's at least get it up to 400, and that way we've got a completed task of at least getting to 400. So let's get this thing closed up. It's already pretty warm. This thing's climbing pretty good, pretty fast, so it's good. Give it a little bit of airflow from the bottom side. And while that's heating up, just want to kind of show you some more of the features on this grill. So like I said, basically a charcoal grill on the back with 2 racks, and then just kind of put your charcoal down into the bottom, or wood, whatever you'd like to cook with. So you got a rack down here in the bottom, so that rack there is welded in, and the bottom you can just kind of clean it out once you've gone through your charcoal or wood. So there's the bottom side there. So you can kind of see what my dilemma was with trying to get a burner in here. Both ends of this 30-inch tank are completely closed off, so it's very hard to kind of figure out how to get a burner in there. So I came up with the T-style. I've made a T-style burner in the past, but I wanted to make this one a little bit shorter for the distance of the fire chamber on the burner itself. And this is just temporarily. So what it would look like is this holder here with the hose running down and through the back and come around and hook up right there to the Venturi. So let's go check that temperature. Pretty even. Let's crank it up a little bit, see what we can get out of it. I don't want to bore you with that, so we'll check back in just a minute on the progress of heating this thing up. Like I said, I do have a couple of vents open just to give it a little airflow, and the chimney is about 1/4 of the way open, so but it's climbing like it should, so pretty happy so far. Well, there we have it. 400 degrees. Still climbing. So we have exceeded what the client wants. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this flipped around for you, and we're going to go over just a little conclusion overview, I guess, and hold tight. There you have it, guys. Customer wanted a burner inside the cook chamber and wanted to at least be able to get to 400 degrees, and as you can see, we are exceeding that. We're at about 425 right now. Seems to be slowly climbing, so I could probably dial back on that gauge a little bit and get it to hold for me. But just to finish walking this around, brief overview recap. Customer has a reverse flow and wanted a burner inside it. I didn't want him to be able to. I didn't want him to lose his capabilities of reverse flow cooking with the firebox. So I made his diffuser plate, or the reverse flow plate, removable, so he can put that back in there, and whenever he needs it, he wants to cook with the offset side, he can put those plates back in there and get a true even cook across the whole thing. And like I said, we added a another propane tank holder here. Got the Venturi sticking out the back right there, and the igniter for it. So hopefully this will be a happy customer, and hope he gets many years of cooking out of it moving forward. And really fun project. And before you go though, I'm going to show you where these plates can be held for storage / transport. And thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys on the next one. Have fun out there, barbecue something.